Phone calls. Also, we want to go through some of the things that were on last night's different television shows. For example, Friends. When's their season finale?
I think like 2 more weeks.
Is that right?
No way. It's got to go into May sweeps.
I feel empty since Sex and the City is over. You think it will?
Well, they'll probably run reruns for a while.
I don't know.
But they're going to come back in May sweeps.
Well, Phoebe got married already, right?
I don't know.
God, you know what is sad?
Yes, I saw it.
Yeah.
I used to be such a fan, and now I'm not.
I know, because you guys have been sucked in by reality shows.
Here is Friends from last night. Jack.
How did the job stuff go?
He offered me one.
Oh.
That's great.
Congratulations. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's so much better than what I had at Ralph Lauren. The money is great.
Can we just stop for a second? Who said something better would come along? Huh? You didn't believe me. I told you everything was going to work out. You know what? This calls for a bottle of Israel's finest.
The job is in Paris.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, the sad Friends moment.
Very special Friends.
On a very special Friends. I mean, now one of the characters will probably get, cancer?
Yeah.
In Paris.
Yeah. Wow. Did they all, because I didn't see it last night, did they all go,
Exactly. That's more of a soap opera ending.
Did they look out the window?
Yeah, at the naked guy across the hall.
No, I mean, you know how Oprah always does that. They look out the window when they're sad about their lives.
Yeah.
Looking out. Not Paris. Anyway, that was from last night's Friends. And if you're a big Survivor fan, Richard Hatch, remember the big fat homo naked guy?
Yep.
He was booted off the island. Here it is, Jack.
Rich. 2 votes Rich. 1 vote Colby. Hatch. That's 3 votes Rich. 1 vote Colby. 5th person voted out of Survivor All-Stars. Rich.
I've been bamboozled.
That's 4. That's enough.
Good on y'all.
Man, oh man. We played it, didn't we?
Yeah, you did.
Rich, the tribe has spoken.
It sounds like he's saying, but he's not. He's saying food.
I wanted food.
Which is kind of mean because he's doing it to all the other people, but that's okay.
he could get food. He had, because I heard 2 people made a really good joke. He came out of the water with 2 big eels, but he was naked. And he goes to this lady, what do you think about my eels? And she goes, I don't think much about the one in the middle.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah.
What was that? The angry Santa. What's her name? The lesbian, Sue. Yeah.
Oh, Sue.
But last night, didn't he rub his wanker on her or something?
They had a challenge thing, and they had to walk on these beams, and they had to go by each other, and he kind of rubbed it up against her, and then the host goes, now, we're not trying to do that, and kind of blew it off, but it was nasty.
Wow.
That is nasty.
That doesn't sound good at all, especially when they're fat.
Yeah. Nobody was attractive in that picture.
No. But Colton is the hot guy. I love him. Colby, I'm sorry. I called him Colton.
Now, is this going to be one of those things like My Big Fat Obnoxious Freak that I have to watch to be involved in pop culture and discuss it on the show?
It's All-Stars, so it's
right.
everybody that's ever won.
But have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, no.
Me
but I do know some of the, I know Sue, and I know Colby, and I know Rich.
I'm just wondering if it's like, and she was right, but you remember when Angela came in and said you have to watch the end
Angela's our boss.
The My Big Stupid Fiance, and she was right, and we needed to watch it to discuss. I don't want this to turn into, I don't want there to be a lot of mandatory TV.
Well, because unless the History Channel comes into play.
Right, then I'm good.
You got it.
Well, thank God they canceled the other half, because I watch that every day.
I thank God for that almost every day until payday.
Oh, God. Anyway, Jack, you were elongating?
Also, Ethan, the really good-looking curly-hair guy, is left, and they merged the tribes together. There were 3 tribes, and now they've merged them
into one.
Just 2.
2? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, and then also, there's 2 other good clips. One is from The Apprentice. The Apprentice.
Now that show I'll watch.
We like the show, and I don't know, they always vote off the wrong one. Here's that clip.
Hold it. You weren't there. You don't say she took the lead or not.
All right, Nick, I don't know why you think you're such a great salesman. Your performance was terrible. Erica, you never had a strong game plan. You were frantic under pressure. And worst of all, you let your emotions dictate who came into the boardroom. Erica.
Don't say it, Mr. Trump.
you're fired.
I love that show so much.
Don't say it, Mr. Trump.
Don't say it,
Say
Mr.
it's
Trump.
not so. Why?
Don't ever let go, Trump. I love that show. I
That's
love
a
it when
good
he's
show.
just a Dan.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he gets to be. For his whole life, he'll get to be that way.
Yeah, that's
But you know
awesome.
what? I always told you this. I never get it. Like some billionaires are complete Dans, and then others are like
Are the
George
Maloof.
Maloof that are the nicest people in the world. I don't know what dictates that. I ended up saying the real world word anyway. I guess dictates okay. Can you play that John Hogan thing? Because it really makes me happy. You should have that ready at all times, Jack. You should have it in that machine at all times.
The only reason, the only way you can't say dictate is if you're actually referring to a man named Richard Tate.
Okay. All right, because this is our little thing that you'll hear if we say bad things from now on. Here we go.
If someone breaks the law by broadcasting indecent material on our air, they will not work for Clear Channel Radio. Goodbye.
Yikes. But dictate's okay?
Yes.
Okay. I'm nervous.
You're not nervous.
I'm nervous.
Diction's okay, too.
I'm just going to stick with chicken face the whole time, no matter how I feel about anything.
When we come back, we will have for you Mel Gibson talking on the
right.
Tonight Show last night about the truth about the guy being struck by lightning. It's pretty creepy.
That's awesome.
From that movie, Truth About.
The Passion of the Christ.
Yeah, right. All right, so when we come back. Well, here's what I'll just tell you. Hold on, we'll catch up to date on what we're talking about off the air. But no, I read the story and it said Cubs fans buy the baseball that kid leaned over and caught.
Right.
Or that guy actually is a
Yeah.
man. Leaned over and bought it for $113,000. I read the headline. I thought, well, that's the end of that story. Well, then I just find out that they blew it up.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
They didn't want, for some reason, this ball to represent that curse. So all these fans got together, got their money together, bought it for $113,000, took it to Harry Carey's restaurant in Chicago, the guy that used to be their biggest announcer, and all the Cub fans love him. They built a special tank for it, plexiglass tank, and blew it up into a billion little pieces inside this tank.
Is that crazy?
That's neat.
They're not.
I like it.
Oh, my God. That is just nuts.
Baseball fans are insane.
Oh, my God. Well, yeah. Actually, I think now NASCAR fans are more insane.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, as far as I really believe that their love for, maybe this is it. Baseball fans are more about the whole team
Right.
and the city and all that, and their passion for the team
Right.
and their city.
And there's nobody as rabid as those Chicago fans.
Right. But as NASCAR, they're more they're fans of an individual.
Right,
They
Jeff Gordon.
Yeah, and they put them up on these pedestals, and it's like their life and their idol, and like your brother.
I know.
The Keg Man.
They love NASCAR.
Who do they love?
They like Earnhardt Jr. since Earnhardt Sr.'s dead.
I will tell you, and just like with Jason Racing Motorcycles.
Jason Racing?
Jason Racing. There is something sexy about that stupid, acne-ridden Earnhardt little junior.
No, there's
He
not.
always, there's something
Yeah.
sexy about him.
No.
He's like a cool little guy.
He is a cool dude, but he has acne all the time. I'm thinking, you're worth millions. Could you get some of that Proactive?
I got to tell you that sometimes you put the best stuff on your skin, but sometimes I would not recommend some of the things you do to your skin.
Oh, no, but I am self-inflicting wound girl.
You are.
Because of the times 10 mirror, and I've told you everybody.
She walked around Vegas with a Q-tip so she could blot her leaking chin.
It's true, because I have the times 10 mirror. But this guy doesn't have the times 10 mirror. He's not seeing stuff that's not there. He just has acne.
Yeah.
This Earnhardt Jr. guy, he has total acne, and sometimes it's so embarrassing because they'll interview him and they'll have a big old one ready to roll.
Right.
Ah.
You would think the pressure at 239 miles an hour would burst him.
I know, but they stand.
Yeah. It's quite the testament to his acne.
It really is. Here is Suzanne. Hi, Suzanne.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
I have a funny tattoo, wish I didn't do it story. I was watching an interview with Johnny Depp, and apparently when he was with Winona, he had a tattoo that says Winona Forever.
Right.
So when they broke up, he changed it to Wino Forever.
Yeah.
Right?
That's funny.
I want to tell you guys something real quick. Your producers should thank
Wait,
you guys.
Suzanne?
Yeah.
So, did you do this?
No.
No, Johnny Depp did
it. He had a tattoo that said Winona Forever. When he broke up with her,
Yeah, no, I get it, but we're playing the game like things that you personally did, but you have to act like you love it. You have to act like you know.
Right, so she's playing on behalf of Johnny Depp.
Right, I'm telling the story.
That's not the same game. That's just things that you have that you've changed.
No, because he had to stand by Winona and then hated her.
Well, then he would have kept it.
He has Wino Forever on his arm.
So he still got the tat when he could have had it removed.
Okay. Anyway, yes, Suzanne, what were you saying about
producers? I just want to tell you guys real quickly, I have so many friends that listen to you and love you guys, and you know what? I've asked them what their appeal is, and it's because you and Danny are so incredibly honest with every aspect of your life. You hit everybody. You touch everybody.
Oh, not always. We're not always honest.
Not every time.
There was a few issues yesterday I weren't so honest about.
And more than that.
And people love you to death. They just love you. You're therapy for a lot of people.
Well, thank you. But you know what? I just always keep little notes of, like, there's always one little tiny, as Jason said yesterday, there's the story and then there's Jamie's story. So there's always a story, but then there's maybe a little underlying story that would make me look a little worse.
But you know what? Most people, you guys are not phony at all. You guys are honest about everything. I mean, Danny tells personal things, you tell personal things, and people need to hear that.
You might want to stop setting us up because there's a good chance we've lied to you within the past 72 hours.
Guys, take care.
All right, see ya. Bye, Suzanne.
So what notes?
What?
You said you had notes.
I don't know what you're talking about. Hold on. I got to do this. What notes? What do you mean?
You just said, when that girl said that, I have notes from yesterday.
I did?
Yes.
I don't remember saying that.
And then you unfolded that piece of paper in front of you.
I didn't know I said I have notes.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe I said it, but I don't remember saying I have notes, and that was just 2 seconds ago.
It was because Stench told you, and everybody forgets what Stench tells us.
No, it's because you lied.
Yeah.
You weren't being honest.
That's what it was about.
I don't think I said the word I have notes.
You said I take notes, I think is what you said. You were going to tell her how you track.
Because yesterday we weren't honest.
How a story.
And many
yeah,
things.
and then you pulled it out and said, I have notes.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
After the tone. Thanks.
Oh, thank you.
When you have finished recording, you may hang up
dig it deeper.
or press
Go.
pound for more options.
Hi, Jason.
Hey, Jason, are we going riding tomorrow?
It's Jamie and Danny, and he wants to know if you're going riding, and I wanted to know if you actually have regrets about that humongous tattoo across your back.
Right.
Because we're playing the game Sweep the Nation going, hey, I have this thing, but I really hate it, but I have to tell people I love it.
Right.
Right.
By the way, couldn't be a nicer kid because he races professionally, so he offered me all these really great leather suits that he gets for free. He's 8 feet tall. Thanks for making me feel just completely retarded. The guy asked me if I was making them into shorts.
Roll up the pant leg on the leathers.
Well, they can't because the pant legs on him go up to the knee pad. The knee pad would be on my ankle.
It's funny. I forgot how tall he was.
So did I till my tailor pointed it out.
All right, bye, Jason.
It works out exactly so the knee pads protect my shin and the elbow pads protect my wrists.
Oh, that looks hot. You look hot. Here is, oh my God, what is your name? Phoenicia?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi,
Phoenicia.
Phoenicia.
How are you?
We're good.
Hi.
How do we pronounce your name?
Phoenicia.
Okay.
Yes.
I just wanted to first say that I loved you guys. And
wait, whoa. I heard
that was a past tense, my friend.
I'm sorry, I love you guys.
Uh-huh.
I want to say, Jamie, first that I listened to you with Frosty and Frank, and Danny, I like you so much better.
Well, thank you.
Well, that's a
Seeing
good
as how
thing.
I work here, that's a really good thing.
Actually, I was going to call to talk about the Passion of the Christ, but you guys haven't talked about that yet. But the other thing I want to say is I have a girlfriend with the worst luck ever. And I just wanted to know if you guys would even maybe just send her an autographed picture.
What happened?
Okay, it started out a month ago. She had a friend come over from Colorado, and he brought a friend, and the friend stole $1,000 cash from her and her Visa card and charged up a whole bunch of stuff.
Jack.
So she did a police report and everything, and that's great. Well, then it ended up she's a swim instructor, and she was going into business with...
And she drowned.
Her partner. No, 2 weeks before the business was supposed to start, her partner said she no longer wants to do the business anymore.
So you know what's funny? Sorry to interrupt, but you know when those weird stories of like swim instructor drowns?
Yeah.
Or like there's this guy and he built this really fast, cool boat and he was out at Havasu testing it.
Right.
And it like flipped over and it killed him.
Right.
I like those stories, and
Me
I don't know
too.
why. That's a what's wrong with Jamie kind of thing. Yeah, it really is. All right, so Feliciadia, what?
Hello?
Yeah?
Well, so then after that happens, okay, she decides that she's going to get her hair done and start feeling better about herself. She has 2 kids. And she goes to get her hair done, and she rents an apartment. She's lived there for 9 years, and the kitchen catches on fire. And so she comes home to her house. Now she can't live there.
Put her to sleep.
And so she got into the Red Cross, and the Red Cross gave her like a little credit card for some money and put her up in a hotel. Well, the hotel that they put her up in, the maids robbed her of the credit card and her driver's license.
Now, can I tell you something? Normally, you wouldn't believe a story like this, but I've had days like this.
Yeah, I've had days like
I mean, just one day, she's having like a month, 2 months, 3 months. I've had a day where you cannot believe that everything can go this wrong, and you just want to kill yourself. But unlike, it happening to me, I never have a friend like Felicia going, can you do something to pick her up?
No, I'm always the guy that it happens to. That I have the terrible thing.
Right, but you never have a friend like nice Feliciadia to say, hey, can you, just help my friend out? They always go, ha ha.
Especially like calling a bunch of jocks and saying, could you just sign some scrap of paper after she's lost her entire life?
Yeah. So we'll send you one of Danny's autographs. That should make her.
Yeah. Send her my book. It'll certainly make her feel better about her life.
Is it the people from Nestle or the people from Milk?
I think it was the people from Milk. Monica said Milk.
Because Monica and I got these nice Got Milk hats, and Monica and I got these nice Got Milk T-shirts.
It's interesting. I didn't get a Got Milk hat or a Got Milk T-shirt.
You didn't?
No.
Well, you weren't in the room.
I guess that explains a lot.
Poor Monica.
Poor Monica. I'm the guy with no stuff.
Hey, you know what was weird? Is when we were in Las Vegas over the weekend, and I don't know why I'm
not the weekend.
Oh my God, that's what's weird.
That is what's weird. It was last night. It was still a couple hours ago.
I can't get over it. I feel like it was the weekend.
Yeah.
It's really a retarded thing I keep doing, and Jack keeps pointing it out, and I keep feeling more and more retarded. I wish you'd shut up.
Yeah, Jack.
I know, but you don't have to tell everybody else how confused I am.
There's people listening that know you didn't go anywhere for the weekend because the weekend hasn't come yet. The weekend's an hour and 8 minutes away.
Maybe what I'll do is I'll go this weekend.
Good, and say what enjoyable you had last Thursday.
It was actually Wednesday.
Right.
No, it was.
Wednesday and Thursday.
Oh, Jesus. Loves me, this I know. Yeah, rock on.
Speaking of Jesus, do we have those Mel Gibson actualities?
Well, I was just talking about the Vegas thing.
But you've been talking about Mel Gibson.
I know, until you stirred me in a different direction with your warm strawberry milk.
Are you going to talk about milk now?
No, I talked about milk because I was starting with Mel Gibson, and then you went to milk.
Uh-huh.
And then something happened, and we went to Vegas. And now what I'd like to do is talk about how weird it was that we were playing the slot machines with Rod Roddy on them.
Right.
It was very sad.
I tipped a 40 to Rod Roddy.
Well, here's his old assistant, Lawrence.
I hope Lawrence is a little less emotional than he was.
I know,
I felt
because
bad for him.
it was weird to hear Rod Roddy's voice on those slot machines, and he's dead.
Right. And now when it says come on down, it just seems wrong.
Yeah. Hi, Lawrence.
Good morning, Jamie. Good morning, Danny.
Morning, Lawrence.
Hi.
How are you?
We're good.
I'm feeling a little bit better, actually.
Well, good.
I guess
it takes a while, you know.
I guess time heals.
No, it doesn't. It never heals because
Nice.
my mom died, and it never heals. It will never heal.
I think what everybody misses most about Rod, anybody that ever met him, was his genuine kindness and love for all people.
Is that what you miss most about Rod?
Yes, it is.
Can I have one of his jackets?
Why not?
I would really like to have one of his sparkly jackets. That would be cool.
Sure, we can talk about it, Jamie.
Okay. Like I have to pay for it or something. That's kind of what it was going there. I saw a little, hey, for the right money, James.
Rob would be proud to know that his voice is living on in Vegas. It made him very happy in his dying days to know that he would be immortalized on a slot machine forever.
Yeah, he was. I remember talking to him about it. He
really
loved
proud.
that thing.
He absolutely loved
Although
it.
I lost, would you send him a little shout out about that?
Yeah, I'm sure he's far more proud than those people on Gilligan's Island.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because they're still living and they wish they weren't.
Most of them, yeah.
Anyway, so it's next month is National Colon Cancer Research Month.
March is National Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, and I'd like to get the message out there for people who are listening and who don't know about colon cancer because it is such a deadly, insidious killer. And the sad part is that it oftentimes affects people under the age of 50. People who are 50 years old or older need to be screened for colon cancer by having a colonoscopy. It's the most comprehensive and most effective tool to screen people for colon cancer. You should talk to your doctor
But
about
even
it.
them young'uns got some problem in their booty.
There are 13,000 people in this country under the age of 50 who will be diagnosed with colon cancer this year, and people will ignore the symptoms of it, which are weight loss, abdominal pain, and they don't necessarily mean you have colon cancer, but anemia, meaning that you have a low red blood cell count, and it's very scary, and people ignore it, and they don't pay attention to it, just like Rod did. He
had weight loss?
He put off having a colonoscopy for 13 years, and by the time they found it on September 10th, 2001, he had the tumor the size of a large orange in his right colon. He was operated on emergently on September 11th, 2001, and underwent 2 years of horrendous chemotherapy and
Did he
radiation.
feel weird that he found out he was sick and the very next day the Twin Towers came down?
We were in the hospital that morning, and he was preparing for the surgery. It was early in the morning, and he was getting ready.
Can I just tell you something? That must be a weird cancer day, because if you'll remember right, my mom the next day had, she was going in for her stomach to be, they were going to take out 10 feet of intestines that were like contaminated with cancer,
Right.
and she couldn't go the next day.
Right.
That's a creepy day.
Rod's surgeon, Dr. Anton Bilchek with the John Wayne Cancer Institute in Santa Monica, fought with the hospital to let him operate on that day because they had canceled all the surgeries at Century City Hospital for
Every
that day
hospital, I think.
because there are Twin Towers across the street there, and they feared that they were going to hit them next, and Rod was terrified.
Well, they were also afraid that the hospitals were going to get hit, because
They
that was
were.
one of the rumors.
And Dr. Bilchek came in and said, well, he wanted to go ahead with the surgery, and Rod didn't want to go ahead with the surgery. And he told him, if we don't go ahead with the surgery, you're going to die. You're going to bleed to death. So they went ahead and did it, 7.5-hour surgery, and they removed 13 malignant lymph nodes. It had spread to his lymph nodes and was densely adherent to his pancreas. It was very close to going into
Okay,
his
so
pancreas.
Lawrence, because we have to go, so how can people find out more?
You can log on to nccra.org, which is the National Colorectal Cancer Research Alliance website. You can donate to the Rod Roddy Memorial Fund there, and you can find out more about colon cancer. That's Katie Couric's site. There's also, it gives you the most comprehensive information about colon cancer.
All right, Lawrence, thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you, Danny.
You know what? You are an amazing friend to Rod. I mean, I think that if I told my friends, listen, make sure that you spread the word, they'd do it for a day.
Right.
But you
don't have a friend like Lawrence.
No, I need a
Lawrence
friend like
be
Lawrence.
loyal.
Yeah, he really is. All right, thank you, Lawrence. Hey, as promised from last night's Tonight Show, here is
which was on yesterday.
Yes, at night.
Not the weekend.
I was just going from last night's tonight. I wasn't
Wow,
trying to
you weren't
ridicule
even trying to
my
slam.
coworker.
Yeah, like why did you need to slam me there,
why'd
Jack?
you go there, Jack?
Because you don't know what day of the week it is.
I know it is Friday, Jack.
I know what day it is. The day I'm still picking short hairs out of my teeth. Thanks, Jack.
Oh, I keep those long.
They're braided.
Just play the damn thing.
How about the lightning? I heard stories about.
True, yeah.
Is that true?
The guy, we call him Lightning Boy. He got hit by lightning twice.
And Jim got hit.
And Jim was on the receiving end of it. He was next to Lightning Boy the second time it happened, and they both got zapped.
If I'm in a movie and I'm playing Jesus and I get hit by lightning, thank you, goodbye. Okay, I am gone. I am so far out of there. Thank you. I made a mistake. Here's the check back. Good night, everybody.
But here's the deal. It was the last shot I shot.
Even worse.
Even worse.
Yeah, that is true. Danny's going to go see it over the weekend.
Yeah.
It earned how much yesterday?
$26 million, but that makes it, and they really hedge their bets on this one. That makes it the number one grossing non-holiday, non-weekend movie ever.
Right.
And it's going on to be the highest grossing religious movie of all time.
Well, listen to this. Another thing has happened. So far, we have the guy being struck by lightning.
Okay, first of all, by the way, though, every Christmas movie is actually a religious story, so they're probably wrong.
No, I think there hasn't been a religious movie since Moses. Or
the greatest story ever told?
Which made no money. I mean, compared to today's standards.
No, compared to today's standards, it made a fortune. By those days' dollars, it didn't make any money.
It made about $100 million. This will make $300 million in 2 weeks.
You think?
Yes.
Anyway,
I'm not that sure about that. I disagree.
A
with the big
couple of
boy.
weird things have happened. First of all, the lightning strike thing.
Right.
That obviously
Ew.
odd. Number 2, yesterday we found out a woman actually died of a heart attack while watching
You
it.
can't buy press like that.
That's creepy. And also, it said Mel Gibson's new movie had people lined up in Dallas at 5 in the morning on Wednesday, according to Access Hollywood. One guy actually spent his entire life savings of $42,000 to buy 6,000 seats. He says, quote, I want to do my part to make sure everyone sees this film. I think it's going to literally change America.
It will change his life.
Yeah, now guess what? He's broke.
He's broke.
He has no money. He
Right.
spent $42,000 of money that was stashed to, forever.
I have a semi-serious question about the Passion of the Christ.
Semi-serious question
Yeah.
by Danny Bonaducci. Go ahead.
There are, according to some people, several historical inaccuracies in the movie. I am aware of 2, and I would have to say that Mel Gibson did them on purpose because they're the accepted version.
What, like the nail gun?
Wow. Like, as almost anybody who knows anything about the Bible, you don't even have to have read it, that Jesus never carries the cross. He carries the cross beam, right? Because the cross would have weighed 350 pounds, and they're always left planted in the ground by the Romans. Okay, so everybody knows he just carried the beam. But in the movie, he carries the whole cross. Even Mel had to know that was wrong. Did he do it so it would look like, the story that people think in their heads?
Well, yeah, I think for mass appeal, you have to go with the story, what people think they know.
Okay, and then also, of course, most people know you crucify through the wrists, not the palms. But again, Mel did it on purpose through the palms because that's the one that people know. Do you think that's
They
reasonable?
always do the story that you know.
Or should he have gone with, if he's going to be so accurate, that was his thing, should he have stayed accurate even though most people might not have recognized it?
Well, I think accuracy is also based on translation. So what is actually accurate is also translated differently by 5 different people.
Well, yeah, on the crucifixion thing, though?
Well, on all of it. All of it. Some people right now say he's not portraying it accurate at all.
At all.
That the whole story is not accurate.
There are people saying it's littered with inaccuracies.
Right.
That's for sure.
Those are just two.
But like on the hands thing, the hands won't hold you.
Well,
okay? They know that. The hands would never hold you up. The wrists are the only things that they would hold you up.
I don't know. I don't know.
Do you think he should have stayed more accurate than that?
Again, I will tell you that a lot of people think that the whole movie is inaccurate. So I don't know what the answer is for that.
Okay.
Because
I think he should have stayed full-blown as accurate as possible. I think some are mistakes, but he had to have done at least those 2 on purpose because everybody knows those.
I know what is accurate. He's going to lose a few Jewish friends.
Right.
But then I was thinking, hey, I had that happen to me.
Well, somebody said
but they were accurate at the time they left me.
He said he wanted to put some myths to rest, and this comedian on, I don't know, she was maybe on, I think, with Dennis Miller said, well, he's put one myth to rest. If he ever works again, it's that myth that the Jews run Hollywood. Because if you ever get another job, that must not be true.
Right. But although I think a nice Jewish man will hire him just to go, I'm okay. You know, whatever.
It's just a movie.
Yeah, and it is. That's the thing. It's just a movie. All right, so let's press the random buttons. We have everything from things I regretted getting to, hey, I'm going to Vegas to, hey, I carried a cross like Jesus. So we'll see what we get.
We have that?
Yeah. Here's Tracy. Hi, Tracy.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, guys. Hey, Jamie, I wanted to ask you because you are like the palms expert.
I'm palms expert.
She doesn't know what day she was there, but she knows every foot of the place.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, but you said that you might go back this weekend. Well, you said, I'll just go back this weekend. You should come back this weekend. We're having my bachelorette party there.
Oh.
It's going to be so fun. And 8 of us are going. We're leaving tonight, and we're going all weekend. But I want to go to the Palms. And what are the clubs that they have inside the Palms?
Ghost Bar and Rain.
Yeah, and I want to go inside of one of them, but I hear like horror stories about like the lines and it's crazy and all of that.
All true.
Really?
All right. Well, Tracy, when are you getting married?
I'm getting married in 2 weeks.
Are you doing the right thing?
Oh, my God, yeah.
Do you love him?
Oh, yeah.
How long have you been together?
6 years.
Wow. What took you so long?
Well, we got together when I was like 20. I'm 26 now.
So you had to go out and experiment.
No, well, no. We've been together, almost living together from day one.
Is he the last guy you've been with in 6 years, the only one?
absolutely.
You know what is weird? And hold on for a second. What is weird is I was talking to, Linda, the sales chick?
Yeah.
And she said, I met my husband 18 years ago. He asked me over for dinner. I went to dinner at his house.
I brought a bottle of wine.
Some cheese. We hung out. We watched TV, and I never left.
Yep.
And that was 18 years ago. I mean, they've been married for what, 12?
14. No, 12, yeah.
Yeah, and then and so 18 years ago, she brought a bottle of wine over and some cheese and never left. I thought that was the greatest story.
Some bad wine and government cheese, too. This guy's easy.
And didn't it happen to that girl from the Counting Crows? So what's her name?
Kate Hudson?
Yeah, she did the same thing. She said...
Happened to me.
She brought over some potato chips and some beer, and then she never left.
I think that's happened to me with every girlfriend I've ever had, though.
You know
what? They went really well. They just stayed.
What's weird for me is I've brought over those same items and then been asked to leave. Oh, that's nice. A man was sentenced Thursday to 2.5 years in prison for registering misleading domain names on the internet that guided children searching for names like Disneyland and Goofy to porno sites. Well, Goofy I get. That one I understand.
Sorry, I was called into an emergency meeting.
An emergency meeting?
Yes.
What'd you do now?
What? Nothing. It looks like I'm going to quit smoking.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Again?
That's what I said to the guy. He's got some new laser technology that he swears can get me off cigarettes.
What, it lasers off your head?
That's what I told him. I said, if you would saw off my two good smoking fingers and like sew my mouth shut, we might have a shot. But I'm going to get it. Sounds like it might work.
Did you tell him that you wake up with the cravings?
Yes, I told him everything. I said, I want to be honest with you. I said, because, I really chain smoke. I wake up. I told him I've never seen a real movie, a whole movie in 20 years. I leave the theater at least twice.
Yeah, that's crazy. Anyway, there's a few random calls about this, that, and the other things. And also I want to tell you about a story of somebody that was shot over Montel Williams. Must have been a great show.
Yeah.
Here's Ingrid. Hi, Ingrid.
Hi, you guys.
Hi, Ingrid.
Hello. Hey, I want to talk about the Passion of Christ. I think all these people in Hollywood are such hypocrites, boycotting the movie and saying they're not going to work with Mel Gibson anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, why didn't they boycott a movie like Gladiator? That made all the Romans look bad.
Or Benji. It made all dogs look bad.
Yeah. Wait, that's a really good point, though.
What, my Benji reference?
Yes.
Simon Cowell was on a show the other night, and he was asked about the movie, and he just basically said, it's not like Mel Gibson is making it up. It's part of history.
Right.
He's just telling part of the Bible.
Well, right. Okay. You know
who I dislike? Because I saw Dennis Miller on MSNBC or CBSNN or whatever initials he's got going these days. And there were two guys, and they called him a Nazi. They called Mel Gibson a Nazi, and they said Mel Gibson and Osama bin Laden have learned how to make money out of terror. I couldn't believe the references. Neither one of them had seen the movie.
Oh, yeah. I do like people with big opinions that
have never seen it.
Yeah, that is good.
What was the cartoon a few years back when they redid the Moses, or not, or whoever the hell it was, that went out of Egypt and it showed the babies getting slayed and all that stuff?
Right.
No one complained. Egyptians looked really bad for killing all those Jewish babies.
Exactly. So, I just think they're total hypocrites. And by the way, I love you guys. I listen to you guys all the time.
Well, we love you, and thank you for calling.
Isn't it weird that usually war I think always actually is always based on religion?
Mostly, absolutely. Most wars are based
to me,
on
it's
religion.
something like, it's so opposite, I mean, I know this is simple-minded, but it's me. Religion, be good and praise ye and all that crap, blah, 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 and then more, kill and die.
Well, according to the book of their particular religion, one of the most sympathetic, loving religions ever would be the Muslim religion. The Islamic people, according to the Quran, it's all about love and stuff. How does it get so misinterpreted? And then people start acting...
But that's not true, because even the Bible is misinterpreted. I mean, people will... abortion activists will also... They're God-fearing, and they're doing it based on, well, God doesn't want you to kill, so we're going to kill because we aren't supposed to kill.
Right.
So
right.
it's...
No, but the question was not how particularly the Muslims. I meant in general, any religion. How does it get so misconstrued? I mean, it's pretty there in black and white.
Trust me. I've misconstrued it my own self.
I bet you have.
No. So is Footloose. By the way, my headphones just now, which is great because now I can't hear Chad. Oh, damn it. I fixed them.
There's only static, yeah.
I know, but it came on loose. Everything was fun. Nicole.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi. I'm actually running across the street to class right now.
Okay.
With a cross.
What?
Is that what she said?
Running across the street to cross.
No, I'm not running from the cops. Thanks, though.
Oh.
I'm actually calling about that movie. I actually got to see it a couple weeks ago at our school because they were showing a private viewing of it.
Wow.
And I was just really sick of hearing all these people saying it's like anti-Semitic and just it's not. It's
Well, are you Jewish?
No.
Well, then you can't really make that statement.
Oh, I think you can.
No.
What do you mean you can't tell if something is anti-Semitic unless you're Jewish?
Well, I mean, I think that she can't decide if you know. I don't think she can.
How is that? That's a crazy opinion.
Well, it's mine.
If you're not a member of the Klan, can you not decide that the Klan is racist?
Right. I'm going to stick by all this.